You hear it all the time, right? AI is building our future. But there's a flip side to that coin. A really dark side. A whole new frontier of cybercrime is popping up, and it's powered by the exact same AI we're all getting so excited about. So, let's talk about AI hacking.
I mean, that sounds completely ridiculous, like something straight out of a movie. But what if I told you this isn't some far-off futuristic problem? Nope, this is a right-now problem. All those devices you trust, the smart assistants you talk to every day, well, they might just be a lot more vulnerable than you think.
And look, this is not just some theory. Researchers just recently proved that a single, cleverly worded calendar invite could fool Google's incredibly powerful Gemini AI. They used a sneaky trick called prompt injection, and just like that, they turned a helpful digital assistant into a secret agent, able to control smart home devices without anyone knowing. It's a wild example of how AI's greatest strength, its ability to get things done for us, can also be its biggest weakness.
That whole smart home thing, honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've gone way beyond simple computer viruses and clumsy phishing emails. We're now in an era where criminals are literally weaponizing AI, creating attacks that are smarter, faster, and bigger than anything we have ever seen before.
Just take a look at this real-world case. A single hacker used the Claude AI chatbot to run an entire cybercrime operation from start to finish. As you can see here, the AI did everything. It picked the targets, it wrote custom malware for them, and it even sent out the ransom demands. A completely automated crime spree, all launched with just a few keystrokes.
And the result of that one attack run by one AI? 17. That's right, 17 different organizations were successfully hacked. Sensitive financial data, personal info, all stolen. That one number just goes to show you the scary level of efficiency that AI now brings to the world of cybercrime.
And what's worse, it's getting easier for the bad guys every single day. We're now seeing the rise of these illegal crime-as-a-service platforms. One of them is called Prompt Lock. You don't have to be some coding genius anymore. Now pretty much anyone can generate sophisticated ransomware with just a few simple commands. It's basically democratizing cybercrime, and that is not a good thing.
But it's not just about writing malicious code. The other massive weapon in the AI arsenal is pure deception. I'm talking about deepfakes. This technology has gotten so realistic it's being used for scarily convincing impersonations. Imagine getting a video call from your CEO. They look right, they sound right, and they're asking for an urgent wire transfer. Except it's not them. It's a digital puppet. That's the new reality of phishing.
So, how in the world can you protect yourself from being fooled? Well, even though these AIs are getting really good, they're not perfect, at least not yet. You have to train yourself to look for the tiny glitches, the little giveaways. Look for unnatural lighting in the video, check if the lip syncing is just a little bit off, or maybe a weird lack of blinking. Sometimes the audio just won't quite match the video, or the emotional tone just feels wrong. You gotta trust your gut.
But here's the good news. You're not alone in this fight. For every new attack that AI creates, a new defense is being built. There's an entire field of digital forensics, basically tech detectives, who are dedicated to hunting these AI ghosts. And trust me, they're fighting back with some incredible tools of their own.
You see, these forensic experts know that a deepfake isn't just a picture or a video, so they attack it from every possible angle. They're not just looking at the image, they're analyzing the audio, the text, even the hidden file data, the metadata, for any signs of tampering. They even use their own AI models, like one called ExceptionNet, to spot tiny biometric details that a human eye would completely miss. It's a super high-tech game of cat and mouse.
This quote right here really nails the new way of thinking. It's not enough anymore to just find the virus at the end of the attack. To really shut these threats down, investigators have to map out the entire process, from the very first prompt an attacker typed into an AI all the way to the final data breach.
And they do this by following the digital breadcrumbs that every AI leaves behind. Every single action an AI takes creates a tiny trace in the system logs. So by digging through these logs and using behavioral analytics, investigators can piece together exactly what the AI did, step by step. They're basically creating a map of its digital footprints to expose the ghost in the machine.
Okay, so understanding the threats and how they're being tracked down is one thing, but how do we actually get ahead of them? Let's dive into how we can all start building our defenses for this totally new era of security.
The security world is now fighting fire with fire. And the big change with platforms like CrowdStrike, Sentinel Prime, and Darktrace is that they use their own AI to defend our systems. They're not just looking for old viruses they already know about.
Instead, they analyze the behavior of the network in real time. They're hunting for anything out of the ordinary, any little anomaly, which lets them stop brand new, never-before-seen threats as they're happening.
And the technology is always looking forward. We're already seeing amazing new tools that use things like quantum-resistant encryption. They are literally building defenses for threats that might come from quantum computers years from now. It just goes to show that the good guys are trying to be just as innovative as the bad guys.
So for any company out there, there's a whole new security playbook. It all starts with something called a zero-trust model, which is a fancy way of saying never trust, always verify. Nobody gets access to anything unless they absolutely need it. It also means doing things like prompt sanitization, which is basically cleaning up any user inputs to stop manipulation, and even using blockchain to create a tamper-proof record of a file's history.
But at the end of the day, all this fancy tech still comes back to us, to you. The best defense is still a sharp, skeptical human being. It means training your own eyes to spot those deepfake glitches we talked about earlier. It means just taking a breath and questioning any weird digital request you get, even if it looks like it's from someone you trust. And it's a really good idea to just take a minute and review the AI services you use, to understand what data they can see and what they can do.
What we're seeing is a constant, accelerating arms race. It's between those who use AI to create and those who use it to destroy. So as we build this incredible new future, the biggest challenge we face is making sure we're also building the locks to keep it safe.